So here we go. Hopefully you can hear me on the levels. Let's turn it up a little bit. No, it's down. I don't know if that's up or down. Anyway, what a chaotically rubbish start that was. Anyway, so here we are. SSR Division 3. Race 2 of the championship. As you can see, those positions are the positions that we sit in after one round, with Mr. Nathan, the Dutchman, winning the first race at Historic Monza with Outdated Wolf second, me on the podium in third after a disconnect issue which put us from, I think we were third at the time, to at the back of the pack. Luckily enough, there was only 7 drivers last week, so I managed to come back through the pack. Do I think I could have got anywhere near Outdated Wolf? I would have been a lot closer. Do I think I could have been a lot closer? Well, yes. I got stuck behind Hondo. He had penalties, which he actually finished third on the road, but had penalties. I got stuck behind him. Couldn't really race him in the way that I wanted to because I knew he had penalties, and accepted that a podium was the safest mode to go. So we end up in Singapore, which I will be honest isn't my favourite track. It doesn't suit my driving style in any way, shape or form. Not a lot of street circuits do, I'm being totally honest. I'm not amazing at traction zones. So the old school tracks where I've got years of experience on F1 games comes to a little bit of hand in that sense. So Singapore is not my favourite circuit. I haven't practiced all week. I'll be wearing a black helmet tonight. So I lost a family member in the week, so I haven't practiced a lot in terms of what I usually do, or I have no pre-race experience. I had a race last year in PSGL F6, not even F6, F6, yeah, F6 would have been it. I think I finished 6th on the night. The top 4 were massively faster than me, so I don't know if I'm fast. The idea tonight, there's some guys there I haven't raced with, there's some guys I have. If we finish in the top 10 and get points, we'll have a look where we are after quali. Just obviously waiting for the guys to turn up now. So yep. Also, to people that caught my stream last week, sorry it was in 320p for the PSGL stream. Obviously Hyper wasn't well, so I sort of stepped up in the last minute and didn't realise that it was the way it was. So it's a bit yeah, so it was a bit chaotic. So also, just to help that along, I played golf earlier on today and my mate spanked a drive into my arm, me stupidly standing in front of him. That didn't really help, so there we go. So yeah, we'll be interested to see what happens tonight. It seems to be a better turnout. I think that's what's going to happen. Yep, so I'm back. So yep, we'll know what's going to happen when we know. We've got a couple of minutes before the start, so I think the plan tonight would be just to get points. I'm not particularly strong here, as I've said. So yeah, it's interesting to say the least. I'm just going to take my glasses off. Yeah, just going to take my glasses off to give them a little wipe to make sure we can actually see this horrible Yas Marina circuit. I mean, I don't know what your thoughts are. Tell me in the comment section below what you actually think of Yas Marina. I like the idea of a night race, and I kind of, as I put my glasses back on, I kind of like the idea of Formula 1 going to new tracks. I just don't like circuits where you can't overtake, and unfortunately there's a lot of circuits on the calendar now where you can't overtake. So yeah, also I'm liking the couple of people with dodgy connections. I mean, we're running with a full bar connection. I mean, I've updated my Wi-Fi, to be honest, since I last raced in the series, and or in PSGL even. So I've gone to a Wi-Fi box right next to my PS4 in my setup, kind of thing. So hopefully my connection should be better. I'm not liking the fact that a guy, Maximus 33519, has got 1 bar, and Ride 2 is swapping between 3 bars and 4, which isn't great for the championship. So we'll find out. Oh, and sidecar as well. Obviously, if these are their real nationalities, you can understand why. We've got a guy, I think that's not Australian, I think that's New Zealand. So you've got a New Zealand, someone from Iceland, a Frenchman, a Pakistani. So yeah, it's an international crew, and obviously the Scotsman, and obviously my flag is English because I'm English. I am not Great British because we don't do that anymore after Brexit. And Mr. Rocky's a Canadian as well, so he's just joined. He was meant to join last week, but had some issues joining the session, I believe. So, he drove around and picked up 8 points, so it was interesting. But yeah, so I've just gone in the group chat and just put, we had a nice clean race last week, which we did to a man, really. I've just put in there no heroics, boys and girls, because I don't know whether Alice is a boy or a girl, and they're my teammates. So I will say this now, they probably don't know who I am. Obviously, I'm the most hated guy in PSGL history. As you can tell by some of my comment section, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe some videos. Never know, I might do this full time and be able to quit my day job sometime. Nah, I doubt that, I'm not very good. Anyway, so we're just sitting here now and waiting. So yeah, I mean, I've never seen a wet race at Singapore. I mean, it'd be very, very, very... It's very, very random in terms of our thing. So here we go, people have readied up. So yeah, here we go. It's the hardest race on the calendar, I think, this season. So we're going to go for balanced. Give us 2 mandatory race tyres. Balanced. We'll go balanced. And hope. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 12, 13 drivers tonight. I think that is. So there's 13 drivers, which means that a free crash out will have points. We'd like points. We'd like to lead the championship, really. I mean, the idea has been, as I said in the first race, to win the championship. I also said, before the first race, the idea was this season to fight for podiums. We got podium in the first race. We'd like to win the championship if we have the pace. So let's have a look. So dry, boring Singapore. It's a wet race. It's a wet race. Now, this will destroy everyone who hasn't done any practice. Okay, so let's load my Singapore wet setup. So let's have a little look at that. So we're running 711 in the wet. That's full wet. So we need to somehow then load our dry setup and compare the two. Ballast, well, that's not good. We need to come somewhere around there. So 410. So we got 410.
There's only a few cars out on track. You should consider getting out there.
So we come somewhere in the room. So we go 610. Right, okay, so this is basically, this is completely thrown me, because I don't know what to do here, strategy-wise. You don't win anything on Saturday. So let's put the wet setup on. And let's go out on... Now, let's have a look at what it's going to do. So it's going to be wet at the start of the race. Well, you might as well have a set of hyper softs. So here we go then. So we'll go... We'll put some hypers on. And we'll go... And we'll race. And it's going to be a weird night.
Let's go.
So... Our wet pace around here, I think, is a little bit better than our dry. But yeah, it's second time in the Haas. Oh yeah, black helmet tonight, as we said. Don't want to hit the wall here. Don't want to hit anyone else's qualifying lap, to be honest. Yeah, won't be too bad. This should be bad. Someone's parked off to the left hand side. Just a warm up that. So here we go. Building up the lift. Whoa, the diff. A lot of diff out on this. So anyway, here we go. It's a bit better. Let's go to max. We have 2 runs on these. I think 38-1. If you're going to do it, you got to do it early. Wasn't the fastest start of the lap. Here we go. Let's just get a clean one in. It wasn't the greatest place to park from the Force India, but we'll let them get away with it. They couldn't really get out of the way. It's a 36. It's not really where you should be parked. But we're letting him get away with it because he didn't actually help me out. It's just more of a... That is not a very good corner. Got away with a little kiss off the wall there. If we're inside the top 10, I'm happy. Hopefully there are no heroics into turn 1. Well, we get 3rd. Excellent. We can try and do another one. So yeah, we're gonna come in now. And two on the set of tyres. In terms of how the car feels, it's a little bit front end turn in, but only 13% wear after what, near enough 4 laps. That might be important if we do get punted down. Then I don't know who's on pole. If it's Nathan, Sticky Bomb joins late. Into the pits we go. E-I-E-I-E-I-O. It's a difficult pit in. Anyway, so there we go. So yeah, back into the pits. Look for time. Busy. We've got 7 minutes to go with rain coming in. A new set of hypers would be 1.2 seconds a lap faster, apparently. We'll wait a little bit. So we would. Wow, Mr. Dude and Outdated Wolf and Nathan on the softs. Why did they not look at the weather? Anyway, quickly gonna run to the toilet. I'll tell you now, the reason that they've all gone that is that they think it won't be wet enough for an inter at the start. Now that's fine, but we all saw in Germany last year how fast Hamilton was on a new set of tyres, even though it was wet, compared to Vettel who was leading on old tyres, even though it shouldn't make a difference. So what we're going to do is we're going to run to the end of the session here near enough. We're going to put one new fastest lap. If we beat that lap time, that's going to be it. New fastest lap. I wonder if these guys have actually put a setup on that allows them to be quick in the rain, or they're just playing about, because I wonder if I turn that down, will they understand that I don't want it in F5? Hadate Wolf has said that is enough. So here we go. Let's back it up and go for it one last time. No. Invalidated this lap already. It would have been quicker. Just wonder what it would have actually have been. I found a quarter of a second. And 0.6 of a second. Found the second. Oh god, where would that have put us?
Heavy rain in around 15 minutes time. 15 minutes.
With that of 1.2 second to 37.2. Let's try and remember the 37.2 because that 37.2 might be important in a minute. So we're at that's showing what we got. We know that's what it's worth with no charge. So we've done 2 laps. The 3rd lap we've got no charge on. Oh, that's bullshit because that was never 4 worlds off. We'll just drive straight in the pits and retire. So 37.2 would have put us where?
Someone's just posted a faster time. He's been dropped to the 4th row. P7.
So that's us done. So that'd be a race mode. The problem is we're on worn tyres. That's a worry. If they last, they'll last. If they don't, they don't. Just have to deal with it. Hopefully it's a wet start. So Nathan's fan time. So 172, 37.2 would have still put us 7th just with fresher tyres. So a top 5, could be aimed for a top 5. Remember, half a second off. Mr. Dude, Nathan, faster. But remember, Nathan was better in the race last time. Mr. Dude is 4/10 of a second quicker. Alice decided not to qualify. Rocky decided not to qualify. Sidecar didn't qualify. Raidu did qualify with 39. And he's 6/10 of a second slower than me. Obviously, we know we've got more pace than what we put in on the first lap. But so everyone's done. Nathan says that we're just waiting for people to continue here. Would it be Hamilton? It would be Hamilton. They'll probably beat me. They'll come out and done one. Lewis Hamilton finds the time on the last lap. I don't know where we qualified there. So we ended up 8th. We could have 32.2, so we would have been still 8th. 2.3 seconds behind. Obviously set the car up for the race. Alan Prost style. But as I say, it's not my strongest track. Points tonight would be good. Top 5 would be amazing. Hopefully other guys have issues higher in the pack. If they don't, we'll be driving for survival, but we are in the danger zone of where we're qualified. So this will be chaotic, I think. And now, if it's not wet, we're in trouble. I mean, if it's not bad enough to start in the inters, we're in big trouble. Now, see, to me, that's inters. Oh, it is. So, tyre management, so we go, they reckon, what's that, 10 laps? 10 laps, 10 laps, 11 laps, that's perfect. So, if you basically set the car up to be a wet weather specialist, you're laughing. If you went for a dry setup, you're screwed. The guys who have pace on soft tyres, though, that's worrying. Oh, that was handy.
We're not seeing any technical issues coming off the practice start. Watch the RPM on a full start. We don't want to bog down.
Mate, some of these people look like they're struggling already. Sidecar's just lost it in a straight line. We're sort of all messing about, sort of trying to have our own accidents in this race, by the looks of it. It looks wet, boys. I can't explain this to you enough. Let's see what the braking zone here. If we put it all on the front, it'll just lock the fronts. So we can't even, maybe not as much of that, but the rear diff, is it better with a higher rear diff in the rain or not? Let's feel what we feel like. We feel like the wheel's spinning everywhere. Quickly do this. We've got traction control on because we want to finish. We are allowed it, to the best of my knowledge. There's 8 people still in the race, apparently. Sidecar parked on the grid, as is Tommy. Tom McCall, or whatever his name is. Let's hope we get a better start tonight.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence will begin as soon as the grid has formed. Be ready with the clutch.
Mate, this is absolutely chaotic into the first few corners. I cannot see a thing. This is gonna be a massive attrition. If you manage to keep it on the road tonight, you'll get points.
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
So yeah, when you're watching 2 people, I mean, I can brake later than this, but unfortunately, pack racing does not help. And a little bit of understeer there. Tommy is all over the road. There was no touch on my screen. If he says there was. So here we go. He's in trouble. You can't keep it out the wall. And we need to get past him. He's going to hold us up and back us into the rest of the pack. And the problem is with that, I've got no problem. Oh, there's a yellow flag. There's a man round. I think it was Nathan.
Nice move. Good job.
There's another one. There's another yellow flag.
Okay, clear.
It's Wolf. It's Wolf in the wall. That was not good, mate. You can't... Mate, that's 2 moves. You can't do 2 moves.
This heavy rain will ease up in around 15 minutes' time. Green flag.
I mean, we're just losing so much time.
These conditions look pretty terrible, but that water is draining away. I think the intermediate is going to stay the tyre of choice for a while yet.
So we're up to P7 through a combination of just people in front having accidents, but the problem is we can't get past Tom. He's got lag and other issues going on, and that's going to be a dive bomb, and that is a very, very big dive bomb. Now, hopefully he didn't get off the corner that well. Just hope he doesn't think about sending it back. Yes. Right. This is the time. So this is it now. We can break into here as late as we want. Now it's time. Let's see if we've got pace. Let's see if we can go forward, because I think we can go forward a little bit. Maybe not win, I'm not saying that, but I said top 5 tonight. Oh, I've missed my breaking point there, and he'll be all over me. There's only 12 cars running, but if we could get top 5, we'll be happy. Because people are launching stuff they shouldn't launch. They're nose to tail at the front, I think. Right, let's concentrate on driving. Right, is that one for the pits already?
The gap to the car ahead is 1.5 seconds. You coping okay in this weather? We're watching the amount of standing water on the road. For now, it's safe to stay with the Inter.
So, you might not have heard that. they think the safest tyre is the Inter. Now, I don't... Everyone else has come in and stopped and put a set of Inters on. Now, Raj, you've done 5 laps. He's obviously not doing the tyre management stage. He's decided to take the let's be on the best tyre all the time idea.
Gap to car in front is 3.7 seconds. They're extending their advantage by 2 seconds a lap. They're on old Inters. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 2:0.8. Our gap behind is 8.0 seconds.
So after just seeing how much time in terms of we've got to go in this race, we're on lap 5, about to start lap 6. It's going to be an absolute mental basket case race, because we're catching Sidecar, who's sitting in 4th. You know, I said I wanted to be 5th. So the only thing that can beat me now is myself in terms of where we finish. Nathan will be winning, so another championship. Extending the championship points, I think. Unless he got... Did he get turned round? I saw one of... I mean, Wolf went backwards, definitely. I don't know if he was out. H went out. And I don't know if he hit me, but it was never on. So now we're on to the back of Sidecar. We're going to pick up 3 there. Yep.
Race control aren't happy with your creative interpretation of track limits. They've given you a...
So that might be important later on. That was just by trying to straighten up the corner a little bit. Maybe turn this down and go to a... We'll go to a standard fuel saving mode at the moment for me. Mainly because I'm catching him and I'd like to save some fuel for the next attack on the guys up the road, if we have pace to do that. If not, I'd like to get away from Sidecar. Nathan driving around here. 156s. We've also got 156s at this stage of the race.
Last another 10 minutes before we see it transition over to light rain.
I didn't get off the corner well enough. So what did I say about
Really good. You're managing it well.
that I'd end up behind the guy with the dodgy internet connection? What was the bet now? So lads, what do we do? I can hear you watching this whenever this goes up. What do we do here? Do we hope that Sidecar decides to pit? Or do we try and overtake him? Because he's all over the road. Wow. I mean, we had to get out the throttle completely.
2 laps until the pit window.
And he's costing us time.
Next stint.
Lots and lots of time. Now. So, I think one more go. I mean, that was wall. I mean, this is just... You can't race. Yeah, well, I'm not knocking Hyper. I'm not knocking the league. I'm not even knocking Sidecar. It's just when you've got someone with this kind of internet connection, you can't race. This is costing us time. But it's my own fault. I qualified. I could have nicked 2 positions. I got stuck behind... I mean...
Okay, clear.
He's out. Which... I mean, how's he losing a straight line? I mean, if that's safety car or a disconnect, that's strange because... Right. So now, back to that. 10 stand. 10 are left.
Gap ahead is 8.4 seconds.
So we'll see where we are with the 8.4. Mr. Dude retired! Mr. Dude! It was on pole. Nathan's got this then. Took half a second out of him in that last sector. I mean, another podium could be on here, lads. Looks like it's drying up. Let's have a speak to
We're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment.
Ooh, I nearly dropped that into the wall.
Say that again, we're having trouble receiving. Rain to ease up in around 5 minutes. 5 minutes till light rain. Inters look like the best tyre for now.
Teammates in the pits again.
Didn't catch that. Say again. In this lap. Push now.
I don't know if we've got pace for a podium today, lads. It's 10 laps, still got 21 laps to go. I mean, Nathan's behind me. I thought he was in front. He must have made a pit stop I mustn't have seen. Or he must have got caught up in an accident. Who's winning this race? That's 2 and 3. Who is winning? Just shows how... I mean, mentally I'm knackered. I'll be totally honest. I am mentally knackered already. So I could do without... I mean, if we somehow manage to get a podium again... Are we taking points? I mean, is that... Who's that? You know, yellow flag. Who's that? Is that going to be important? This is a thing. There's stuff happening all the time. Ooh. We had a big moment coming through there. They've all come into the pits.
Exit now. Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left.
That's Nathan, who's like 2 seconds a lap faster than us. So he's bringing himself back into play. I think we should just concentrate on ourselves. We actually lost time in the pit stop phase. Oh, did we gain time? It's 7.8. I felt like we lost time, but definitely lost time at that corner. We flicked the inside curb and it launched us up. And when they're in the air, they don't turn. And Nathan's going to be fancying a run at the lead here. But this is important for the championship. Because...
10 minutes left of this rain, and we think it's going to dry up. 10 minutes. Fourth position. You're in fourth position. Our gap to the car in front is 7.8 seconds. They're on fresh inters. The gap to the car behind is 2.3 seconds. They're on old inters. The gap to the leader is 46.5 seconds. Your pit window opens in 9 laps time. 21 laps to go. The gap behind us is 2.6 seconds. They're on old inters. The time last lap was a 1 minute 58.8. They have a time penalty of 6.0.5 seconds. The gap to the car ahead is 7.4 seconds. They're on fresh inters. Their tyres are 1 lap old. The time last lap was a 2 minute 19.3. Gap to car in front is 7.7 seconds.
So he doesn't have any... So car in front has no time penalties. Nathan behind has 6 seconds worth. But now we are starting to struggle on fuel management. But they reckon in 10 laps time, 10 minutes time, which is 5 laps, that'd be lap 15, the rain will stop. So how many laps till it's then dry? But the leader's 46 seconds up the road from me. I just about got that stopped. Literally, that was brain fade. Ninja's found a 55 from somewhere.